Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. This is Kapaya, a.k.a. Pops, out of GMS Chicago, with a quick sit down. Before I get started, though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, elder bishops out of Connecticut, apostles is out there in Naptown. I want to send double honors because they do rule well. For the brethren around the world, pushing this truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the scriptures, correctly breaking down the prophecies and the interaction with the people, the planet, people and the planet, declaring wanted, send salutations. For the hopeful elect, I hope this is edifying. For the aquat, the few and the true, the listeners sincere, the chair to keep doing so. But for the scorners, scoffers, reprobate, 2/3 Israelites and 17 other nations who are in the midst of Jacob's trouble, it's only going to get worse. Anyway, you see who I got up here. Elder Ricardo, GOCC, better known to me, Bubble Eyes. Like I said, first time I saw this guy, that's what I thought. I hadn't been in the truth about 6 months. Then I heard the apostles heard him talking about him, and they said Bubble Eyes, and that's the name that stuck because when I first saw him the first time, that's what I thought. He looked like the black goldfish when I looked at him. Anyway, only reason this guy came up is because I guess I met one of his followers or whatever, or so he say. And we was having a discussion. Nothing major, nothing at all. Israelite, the whole deal. He knows he's an Israelite and these types of things. I'm like, okay, well, what is a big prophecy that's on the table right now? Well, prophecies are prophecies, and that killed it right there. So the MOTB, the C-hip, the main as they say, line being drawn in the sand. He don't know. He don't know. I ask. I try to go around it and things of this nature. As in, because like I said, at this point in time, I'm not trying to, like I said, starting a new job. So I'm not trying to get in this and do that and be this and like I was 5 years ago or 8 years ago or something like that. I say 8 years ago or 5 years ago or something like that. Or possibly even 3 years ago. I'm not trying to do that anymore. Why? Because like I said, with that first lockdown and all this other kind of stuff and pandemic and all this other kind of shit that you got going on right now, like I said, there are camps out here, which this is one of them. Him, IUIC, and this, that, and the other. You got camps out there, and their whole job is just to inform people that they're Israelites, so the destruction is legit. So I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to put a couple scriptures on it, and this, that, and the other, because like I said, if you don't know what the MOTB is right now, okay, pursuant to Revelation, the 13th chapter, 16th verse, the 14th chapter, the 18th chapter, and this type of thing, if you don't know what that's about, then you don't have an understanding as to what it is you're going to have to absolutely be able to turn your back on to be outside of this part of society, then your ass is stuck. Okay, he understands he's an Israelite. He understands that he's of the Latin descent, but he has no other clue. So I'm gonna get some scriptures real quick and go and call it a day. Okay, I'm not gonna make this long. First scripture I'm gonna get is, let's see, let's go here. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, is because there is no light in them. So if you don't understand these scriptures and these prophecies and these type of things and the absolute things, because that's what we say when we say we have the 100% truth at GMS. What it requires for you to be on some kind of path, successful path of being able to get salvation, you have to have that. You have to understand that these scriptures are can be twofold, threefold, manifold, these types of things, and also some of the basics. Okay, so now you know you're Israelite. So what is it that you have to do then? Well, you must know the names. You must know what you can't take in the end times and who your faith, and you have to have the real names. And these were things, like I said, in a light discussion. I didn't see it. So with that being cast, because he approached me. Because, you know, uh, um, and the only reason he approached me is because he was hearing what I was saying. And I was speaking to someone else, a female, that was talking about metal. And she was talking about how people have metal in their body and eating certain things and silver utensils and things like that. And I was like, yeah, well, people don't understand silverware because colloidal silver. It was just, like I said, see, I wasn't trying to push the Israelite angle at all. She was talking about silverware, and this, that, and other, and it kind of went there. I said, well, silverware, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I mean, even King Solomon only ate on things that was made of gold. Okay, blah, blah, blah. He caught wind of that. And him being in following GOCC, that was what made him approach me. But I didn't go out there. You an Israelite and this, that, and other. Wasn't that. But like I said, make it quick. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, is because there's no light in them. Like I said, let's go here. Revelation. If you in this truth and you don't have this and this, if you don't have these lighted scriptures in your vocabulary and understanding as to what's what and what it means and all this other kind of stuff, you'll be jacked up. 14th chapter, I said that too, right? Let's go here. Let me light it up. 13th chapter, the 14th chapter. Okay? If you don't understand that and what's happening, then guess what? You don't have the basic working knowledge. Like a car, you don't have if you don't have these things. Let's go here. Actually, I don't want to go this one. I want to go here. Because, like I said, I'm present this almost like a slideshow real quick. Okay. Now, okay, let's look at this one. No, I don't want to highlight it this time. We'll go to the interlinear. Now it came to pass after his death of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, spake unto Joshua. Now, pull all those other consonants off of that, and this is Yahweh Shai. This is Yahweh Shai. It says Jehovah, Joseph or Jusa, Jehovah is salvation. That's what they English call that's what they label Jesus as, but actually Yahweh Shai has a Hebrew name. Okay, I've done this. I've done a thing on my old channel or whatever the case might be, where I go in and I go into an app and show you how you put all these them letters together, and it will spell. It would actually say Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai. Okay, so it is what it is. So if you don't have the name of the Father and the Son, you don't understand the scriptures. You don't understand what the MOTB is. You don't understand the scriptures as they stand. You don't understand. You don't understand. Let's see. You go here. For I will turn to the people of pure language, that they may call upon me upon the name of Yahweh, to serve him with one consent. If you don't understand these names, if you don't understand what the line is going to be drawn and these types of things, you could be SOL. Okay? And like I said, you can be SOL. And if that's the case, that's your lot, because we've been out there pushing this. So if you're following somebody like this, and the names isn't given, because I think he said Mashiach. Okay, he said Christ. Then he said that's just Mashiach, which is, and I was like, okay, but he didn't say the first part of it. Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Yahweh Shai the Anointed. He didn't go to the first part correctly, directly. Okay, and then when I told him, when I said this, when I gave him the language, a foreign language, you may not understand nothing, but you'll understand the name of a person. He didn't double back and correct himself with that. So if he's following this guy, and this guy isn't pushing the name enough for him to be able to say he an Israelite, and he knows the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, okay, and isn't occupied in the MOTB and being able to understand it or whatever. Like I said, so I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go there with him. I'm not gonna try to break that down. I'm not gonna do any of those things. I'm at a new job. I'm gonna keep it as low key as I possibly can, and it is what it is. So with that, I hope that's edifying for you all to know. You don't have to share this. You don't have to go out there. You don't have to beat your chest. You don't have to do all these things. I know as you being young and new and zeal, you might want to, but guess what? You don't have to. Okay? Take it to your family if that's what you want to do. But that's good. Like I said, division and all these other kinds of things, because it's hard not to tell somebody, and I understand all that. But you're in a time now where you actually behind, and you've been behind enemy lines your entire life, and now the enemy is getting ready to ramp up and show himself. So hey, with that being said, I hope that's edifying for you younger ones, and and this, that, and other. Just remember, you don't have to. It is what it is. This, that, and other. I didn't go out there looking for anything. I was just speaking on something else, and this, that, and other. So you actually got to kind of be more guarded. And this is to me first. Got to be a little bit more guarded on what you're saying, because, like I said, you don't know who might be a 2/3 that's still an Israelite. Okay, 2/3 of Yahweh Shai's people, 2/3 of Israel is destined to be destroyed here in America. But a lot of them 2/3 going to be able to understand that they're Israelite. So they have enough working knowledge to know that, but not know enough to be able to save their soul. So with that, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, for giving us this knowledge, giving double honors. Send all praises, honor, and glory again out to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, the elder bishops out of Connecticut, and those two traveling apostles. Hopefully, elect, keep your head on a swivel, always praising and believing in Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. 2/3 Israelites, whether you know or don't know the name, or this, that, and the other, and all these things. You part of the 17 other nations. So with that, hearty shalom to the first group and a ball to the second.